So, what is the meaning of the song We're Still Here? We'll talk about that coming right up.
And now it's time for Steve Perry News with Gary Stuckey. All Steve Perry News.
Hello, everybody, with Steve Perry News. It's me, Gary Stuckey. Welcome back. Last night at 12 midnight, straight up and down, as the clock struck 12, Steve Perry did not turn into a pumpkin, but he did release a new single and a new video called We're Still Here, and Steve is still here making great music. Awesome video, by the way. Go check out my review that I just did earlier this morning, late last night, and you'll hear about all the awesome stuff about it. And go check out the video on YouTube on Steve Perry's website. Awesome stuff. And Steve Perry, over on his website, he's stating that this is one of his favorite songs from Traces. He says it's because it speaks of the inclusiveness of us being together in the same place at the same time, and to not take lightly the fact that we're still here. You know, as he was writing this song a few years ago with a guy named Brian West, Randy Jackson, you know, the guy that took Ross Valerie's place, the bass player. He was in Journey. He's got a staff writer named Brian West, and Steve wanted to write with him, and he's looking out the window as they're writing at the people, the youth walking around, and he's like, wow, same, you know, the generations, they do the same thing. You know, we're all in this together. We're still here. You know, we're still here living and continuing. And Steve talks about this, you know, it's like a legacy in this generation coming up, of course. About the time he was writing that song, I mean, you know, we're still here. The song Don't Stop Believing shows up over on Glee and The Sopranos and on different movies. You know, it's like, you know, he even met Kelly because they used Don't Stop Believing. Patty Jenkins used it in a movie, of course, you know. So there's all kinds of reasons why that song is popular. So Don't Stop Believing is big for people everywhere. Steve even recently showing up at train stations, you know, taking midnight trains, going anywhere, you know. But he did an interview today where he's talking about that song. So he mentioned Brian West and writing and looking out, you know. And he also mentions Journey, about, you know, he knew back then that this band is the best band. He said, I don't want to brag, toot my own horn, but this was the best. He knew it. When they killed it, you know, they did an awesome job. He looked around and said, yep, we did it, you know. And at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, he wanted to be there, regardless of whatever past they had, to celebrate that fact. But this song, if you'll dig in deeper, it hints around to Don't Stop Believing. So I think this song is Don't Stop Believing Part 2, you know, the return, you know. And I've seen a lot of people online talking about it today. Thank y'all for, you know, giving out that information too. But and also my friend Denise Van Velsen and Pamela Atwood, we have our little discussions, and right when the song comes out, we're like, hey, and Denise comes up and shoots the lyrics over to us in the messenger, and is like, hey, look at these lyrics, you know. So we're all looking at the lyrics, and the song sound, you know, it sounds familiar. It sounds like Don't Stop Believing. So he's carrying on for this new generation of the Glee kids and the American Idol, you know, the Gabby Barretts out there that are still continuing that. And they're still here, and we're still here. They're keeping the torch alive, and Steve is keeping it alive by sounding awesome with that Journey type sound, you know. So Steve, you know, pays tribute to the song Don't Stop Believing in the song We're Still Here, hinting around at the fact that he's still here after all these years, and Journey still out there selling out stadiums and on tour. And they end their tour on October 7th, coincidentally the same day as Steve Perry does an interview on CBS. But that, you know where I stand on that. But anyway, Steve can't, you know, there's no erasing Journey. He admits that that was the best band, and he knew that. The best band around. So you can't, you know, hold that against him to admit that truth. But Don't Stop Believing Part 2. It sounds like in this song, We're Still Here. And we're still going to be here listening to Steve Perry's new album coming out October 5th. And I can't wait. I know you can't either. Great stuff. I'm excited about it. But this is Gary Stuckey. Don't stop believing, everybody. God bless you.